Jerome, what you doing? Where are we going?
To
Grand Canyon, the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. All right. So I've been asked quite a bit about our tailgate mat here and how that works with taking bikes in the truck and pulling the camper. And so this one is made by Backcountry, and I think that this particular model has been discontinued, but they have lots of similar ones out on the market. Fox makes one, Raceface makes one. I like this one because it has these pads right here and the grooves in between. So really, I don't ever even strap them down. It comes with straps, but that keeps them in place. I've never had them, even on real bumpy roads and rough terrain. I've never had them come out of those little divots or low spots in the mat. So it protects your tailgate mat. The bikes just throw in super easy, and it's a good way to keep your bikes from flying around in the back or stacking them on top of each other, and still being able to pull the camper because the hitch is clear. Occasionally your tire right here will come in contact with the propane tank. I thought it would come in contact with the jack stand that comes up like right here, but it actually will swing out and hit the propane tank first. So I always put the biggest bikes on the outside and the smaller bikes on the inside, but you could fit 6 bikes on this, so it's a great way to carry a whole bunch of bikes. The other thing that this does is it opens up the front of the bed so you can hold other stuff. I have a toolbox way back in there, I have the solo stove, I have a smoker, and that all still fits with my tonneau cover on that covers up that stuff, but the bikes are still there and all that stuff without anything knocking around and breaking stuff. All right, let's head out. What do you say, boys?
let's roll.
We can drive all night. We can drive all night.
Love it. Wow, it's way past my bedtime.
Sure, I'm following Jeff. All right, so last night we got in, basically set up camp, brought some pizza with us, and hung out by the fire. Nothing too terribly exciting, but today we are going to go hike the canyon, and we're specifically this time going to Colton State Park instead of the Leonard Harrison State Park that we've gone to in the past. This is the other side of the canyon, so it'll give us a different perspective and allow us to see some different things. This could be a long hike. This is a big steep trail. See the drop off over there? That's cool, huh? I'm gonna go on the rim trail.
I go that way.
No, careful. That's like a 300-foot drop.
The yellow.
So even the rim trail has lots of treacherous drops and really steep terrain. So the turkey trail obviously has more, but the rim trail is still got their fair share. So I got my strap for Owen. If he doesn't want to hold somebody's hands, it goes around me and it goes around him so that he can feel a little more independent and I can feel a little more safe knowing that he's not going to drop off a cliff because he's got that strap around him. Okay, so got some gorgeous views in. Got to see a preview of where we're going to be later today. The fire tower that's right at the top of the campground that we're staying at, so we don't have to drive anywhere. Canyon Country Campground is the name of it. It's a great campground because you can, again, hike to the top of the tower that is on the property of the campground. And then you can also hike right over to Leonard Harrison State Park. That's about a 1 mile hike to the park. And then you can do some hiking in that park, or you can just kind of see the sights from the top. They have some, like a maple candy popcorn booth over there that's kind of cool, and a visitor center to get more information about the park as a whole. But Canyon Country Campground, it's great. It's centrally located. Oh, hi, big puppies.
That's my nephew.
God, you can go pet him.
God. You getting neglected back there. Hi, baby. Hi.
Oh, let me see. Oh my goodness. So, Aunt Jen, how big that is?
It's almost as big as you. Probably bigger than your head. Put it over in front of your face.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's play some games. You're gonna help me pick a soundtrack on this jukebox?
Huh?
So you're gonna help me pick a soundtrack?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, this is how you pick music. What's up?
Nobody put coins in it and it was actually working. Can I put on camera?
What people say.
Yeah. How you doing? Where are we riding?
Car.
The tower?
What?
The tower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. Lots of cars up here today.
Look at the giant.
You made it. There is a lot of history behind this tower here. It didn't always originate. It wasn't built in this location. It wasn't built for this purpose. It's originally from Valley Forge, PA, and it was actually a lookout for the Revolutionary War, which is pretty cool. So it was moved in 1988 to this location, and it's been maintained here since then. So this is the tower that we saw from the other side of the gorge this morning. Pretty cool. We're gonna climb to the top and see the view. These little swipey cards to get in. You can also use cash or credit. And then climb through these rhododendrons all the way to the top.
I thought about doing like him on my hands and knees.
Nice job.
That was so many steps. What happened here? This is a fire watchtower. But I don't see the candy.
Yeah, we were right over on the other side.
I don't see the candy.
Right over there.
Look at that silly guy.
We're actually not skipping and jumping by the stairs.
That one over there is so pretty too. Okay, so I'm way down
on there. Mountains and stuff.
You really don't match.
They had numbers on this year on the way out.
I need to do that.
What?
What, should we start right now?
Okay, all graded.
No, but every kid do it. And
Graded.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait a second and come away from the edge.
Yeah, I'm
Actually, right now.
Absolutely beautiful.
counting the top
Panoramic.
and the bottom. Yeah.
Views in every direction.
I can't really count that much.
Worth the hike up those stairs. Worth the hike up the hill. You can drive up the hill too. There is a road that goes up, even if you're not staying at this campground. So check it out. Worth it. A couple of reflections on the day. Had a great time hiking this morning, and some spectacular views. If you're looking for a little bit more of paved path and you know, some little shopping opportunities in the visitor center, then you definitely want to go to the Leonard Harrison State Park. That's a little more commercialized and has more of those opportunities for you, whereas the Colton State Park that we went to, that is more rustic and does have a lot of places that you can drive to that have scenic overlooks, but the trails are definitely more rough and a little more natural. The tower was really, really cool. We got to see, basically look out over the valley across to where we were before this morning, and so it's kind of a round out the day kind of thing. Right now we're cooking dinner, sitting around the fire, and we were riding bikes for a while. That was a lot of fun, just kind of tooling around camp, trying to find things to jump off of and things like that. Jeff and his family just got brand new bikes, so they were all excited about them, and my boys love riding bikes, so do I. So we got to spend lots of time doing that, just hanging out. For dinner though, smoked mac and cheese. If you like smoky cheese, if you like smoked things, if you like smoked mac and cheese, I will post the link to this recipe. It's not my recipe, but it is delicious. Put in the smoker. I have my own homemade rub that I'm not gonna give you the recipe for that we add to the breadcrumbs, but you can add any barbecue rub and it'll taste good. So I'll post that in the description. Check it out. It's delicious. One thing that we do differently than a lot of people is we group camp almost all the time. Occasionally we'll go out on our own and do some stuff that other people won't go with us, but most of the time we're together. That comes with pluses and minuses. The pluses are when we're at the campground itself, because, well, prime example, hold on. The kids and Jeff entertain themselves. Woo! So the kids entertain themselves. The adults get to spend some time having an adult conversation without getting interrupted 800 times by kids. And we don't have to worry about neighbors, because we have Jen and Greg on this site, Jeffrey is on this site, Dave and Callie are on this site. That's our camper there. Jen is right behind us. And so we have this whole area, and we don't have to worry about kind of annoying the neighbors, because we kind of just gather in the middle. There is a downside to this too, though. And in my opinion, the pros outweigh the cons, but when you're booking, you have to book way in advance to be able to get the site together. So we usually book in November for most of the summer. The other con is that when we're going and doing things like today, we went on the hike, you got to get everybody on the same page, and getting everybody there, and, you know, traveling together in a big crowd to get to where we're going, and getting everybody on the same schedule. Now, not a big deal, but sometimes, especially in these times, when we're out in more natural areas and people are trying to enjoy the peace and quiet, and you have a group of 30 people, including like 20 of them kids, sometimes we get some sideways looks, because, you know, that's not what they're out there for. They're not out there for crowds. They're out there for some peace and quiet and to enjoy nature. So pros and cons of group camping. What do you do? Leave it in the comments. Group camping, solo camping, or some of each. Queuing up your stick? Morning. So, last night I talked to the owner of the campground and asked him if they offer a late checkout, and he checked the books. Nobody's coming in. So he said we could stay and didn't even charge us anything. He said take off whenever you want. So we are going to head to the rail trail along with Jeff and his family and check out the rail trail along the river. Em decided she wanted to walk because it's pretty chilly. So with the wind, it's gonna be even more chilly. You ready, yo? All right, get the tow wheel hooked up. Ready to go. You ready to go? All right. Getting their butts up in the air, heads down, so they're getting the fish that are down underwater. Oh, they got an old section of rail here, huh? Let's go. All right, so the rail trail also has horse-drawn carriages that you can ride in. I think they're shut down for the season, but normally the dirt part of the path is for that. All right, go fast now. Go fast now. Slave driver back there. Man. All right, across the bridge. Got it.
No, it's good. This looks low.
This is our second to last trip of the season, and I want to let you know a secret. The season finale is not going to be our last trip of the season. We actually did a trip earlier this summer that was amazing, and I can't wait to share it, but I'm gonna hold off the footage from that until the last episode. That is going to be our season finale, so stay tuned to the last episode. Another great weekend at Canyon Country Campground in Wellsboro, PA. We got to do some hiking, some biking, and even climb a tower. But it is over, and until next time.
Are you? Oh my god. Good luck. Yeah, if you put that in a video, you will die.